this is Kelly, your certified health coach.
And this is Scarlett, your life coach here in the Valley of the Sun. Welcome to Hot in Arizona.
Though it's not hot, it's cold.
It's freezing.
Yes.
It is so cold.
Yes.
And totally dark.
Yes.
But that's okay. See the lights behind us?
If you're watching the video, you can see
It's Christmas!
the lights behind
Yay! Oh my gosh. This is just really nice. Because even though it is kind of cold, it's still like, I don't know, it's just very, I love it. I love this weather.
Yeah. I
really
definitely
feels
like
like
it better
winter.
than hot. But
Yeah, I know.
I have a very small comfort zone.
You know, we can say that it's cold because we're from Flagstaff.
Right.
So we know what cold is.
Yes.
And this is a little bit chilly.
It's chilly.
It's chilly. It's in the 50s.
Yep.
That counts.
Yep.
That counts.
Exactly.
Oh my God, before I got here, I was, watching one of my YouTubers, and things have changed so much with COVID. Their town was doing their Christmas a little bit different, and they sent Santa on a fire truck around the neighborhood. Oh my gosh,
how cool.
Her youngest son is like 5 or 6. Oh, my heart just melted. He was so excited. He was like jumping out of his skin. He was so excited, screaming, Santa, Santa, and waving his arms. I was like, oh my God, that is so precious.
That's adorable.
It was amazing. It was just so cute. And then I got to thinking about, my kids and Santa, and it just broke my heart. I just started crying. I just started crying because I remember, when they stopped.
Yes. It's always a sad day when they stop.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a piece of their innocence has just been swept away.
Exactly.
Just fell off,
Exactly.
And I remember I picked my oldest up from school, and it never fails. It's always one of those darn kids at school, right? Who are their parents?
Right.
I'm telling you.
Right.
And we get in the car, and it is literally like across the street. We're driving across the street to go home. And as soon as we hit the driveway from the school, he said, "Is Santa real?"
Oh my God.
And I'm like, "Think fast, rabbit."
Yeah.
What? Why? What happened? And he said, "My friend said that he's not real, and his parents told him about him." And I'm like, "Okay, what did his parents say?"
Yeah.
Right? We're gonna work off that.
Right.
What did his parents say? Well, that the spirit of Santa is real, and that he lived a long time ago. I'm like, score. Thank you, parents. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, we went off of that, and it was heartbreaking. But I told him, I said, your little brother doesn't know, and so I'm gonna need your help. And that he was like, heck yeah, I'll help you. And so he became like the best Santa's helper ever. It was awesome. Until, same thing, it gets to be about that age.
Yep.
And he's like, one of my friends at school. I'm like, dang, these school kids.
Right. That's how my kids found out.
Really?
From school kids.
From
Yep.
school kids.
Both of them came home and pretty much around the same time because they're so close in age.
Right. There's a
and so they were like, "Mom, this kid said Santa's not real." And so
you're like, show me that kid.
Right, exactly. Well, in our house, it was, if you don't believe in Santa, you don't get gifts. Clear up until they were teenagers. And of course they didn't really, they knew, but, of course they're going to say, yeah, I believe in Santa.
Right. I'll be 93, I want my present. Heck yeah, I believe.
My daughter still says, I believe in Santa.
Because I want my present.
Yeah.
But, from what I've read, heard, that it's really kind of important for them to believe.
Oh, of course. It's the magic of it.
It is. And it helps them by doing the pretend play and the fantasy. It helps them to learn to work through things.
Right.
And they can kind of, just sort things out through life. And so it really is a kind of a magical time, and it starts around the age of 3.
Right.
When they start with the whole fantasy play. And a train, a
train.
choo-choo. And it goes until they're like 8 years old. And that is usually in that time that they really, truly believe.
Oh, yeah.
But then they start getting, my kids were, when they found out, they were like 7, 8.
Yep, exactly.
That's when that logical mind starts kicking in, going, wait a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait a minute.
Exactly.
You're going to tell me big old fat man comes down the chimney? What?
Right.
And of course then they also start poking around, finding presents. It's like, we have that same wrapping paper.
Yeah, it starts dawning on them.
Exactly. And I think that's how those conversations start. It's like, is he really real?
Right.
What's going on?
Right. Well, when I was a kid, I'll never forget this. I was like probably about 6 or 7. I must have been about 7. Well, my sister was a baby. I think probably about a year. So I must have been about 7. And my sister's name is Kim. And we were watching the 6 o'clock news. My mom was making dinner. We were watching the 6 o'clock news. Now, we lived in a very small town up in northern Arizona. So, there was, the news was coming from Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, it was Christmas Eve. They were interviewing Santa Claus on the news.
Oh.
And he looks at the camera and he says, now, Kelly and Kimberly, you better go to bed because I'm on my way. I literally jumped up and ran to my bedroom. I was like, I'm going to bed. I was like, wait.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, and then a couple years later, when I was starting to do the doubt thing again, I got a letter from Santa Claus.
Wow.
And it came addressed to me from the North Pole. It had a North Pole postmark on it and everything. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so real.
See?
He's real.
See what happens? That's what you get for doubting.
Exactly.
He's like, I'll show you.
Right.
I'll show you. How old were you when you finally said...
Well, I refused to give it up. I refused to. I knew at about 8 or 9.
Yeah.
But I still continued on because I also had a little sister that needed. Well, I had 3 younger siblings.
Right.
And so I had to, keep it up. And it was fun to believe.
See, and that's just it. It is fun. It is so much fun, and it's tradition.
Right.
And families that partake in traditions like that are closer.
Absolutely.
When you can share that, it brings you closer.
Yes.
And so it's important that if they believe, let them.
Absolutely.
Let them believe.
Absolutely.
For as long as they want to, until some kid at school
right?
and says, guess what?
Because I promise you it's going to happen.
Oh yeah, it will happen. And be prepared. Know what you're going to say.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can, find out what the other parent said and go off of that. Because that helps to really solidify it.
Right.
Because I was going to say the things that they said anyway. So by me just reiterating that, my son was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I believe it now. I believe you.
Right.
Yeah. So, of course, presents were never the same after that. Even though he was surprised to get them, there wasn't that wonder,
Well, the staying up until midnight, trying to stay up until midnight, trying to see Santa Claus,
Yeah. And I, one year, I had this. I know he saw me put it up. It was a fish tank.
Oh.
And so I put a big bow, and he woke up, came into my room, said, hey, goes back to his bedroom. So he had to walk past it. And I said, hey, did you see what Santa brought? And he looks at me and goes, I saw it. Like, Santa didn't bring that. I'm sorry.
You didn't bring that down the chimney.
I'm sorry, woman, but you can keep talking all you want. Something's not right here. That's just harsh. Of course, my cousin and I, found out when we were really little, and when Santa showed up at the door, and we gave him. And back in the day, everybody drank. Okay? I mean, people drink now, but God, when I was growing up, it's like the minute you walked in the door, the first question was, "What are you drinking?"
Right.
I mean, we had a little wet bar, and, what are you drinking? My grandfather had a bar cart, It was hysterical. So of course, he got a what was it, a bean bottle?
Oh.
Was it Jim Beam? They had collector bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, and so we were like 3. We were scared of Santa because he was huge.
Right.
And then years later, the neighbor is at our house swimming, and I said, yeah, Santa came to the door when I was little, and we gave him a bottle of booze, and he goes, yep, I still got the bottle.
What?
How'd you get Santa's bottle? Did you steal that from Santa? But yeah, I was just like, whoa.
We had Santa show up at our house one night. It was, I think my sister Kim was probably about 6 or 7. And Santa showed up, and he was the guy who, Santa was like this really loud, big man. I mean, very tall and very large and very loud. And he comes walking in, and and he's like really super loud about it. And she takes off running and hiding behind the chair. She starts crying.
Oh, that's what
she must have been about 6, I guess.
It's kind of scary.
He can be,
Yeah, I got like one picture of my oldest son when he was like teeny tiny, just a couple months old. That's the only picture I got because he was sleeping. And then he had to, when he was older, we tried to get his little brother, and of course, that was a no-go unless we all sat on Santa's lap.
Right.
So there's a picture of me holding my youngest, sitting on. Oh, it's one of my favorite pictures, but kids get scared of those. They're big.
They do. I have a picture of Tom and I, our first Christmas, which was when we started dating, of course. We went to a Christmas party at a country club up there, and we both were sitting on Santa's lap.
That's really funny because you're not short.
No.
You're tall.
I'm very tall.
Yes. And Tom was
a little bit taller than me, and he was not... He was not skinny.
He was a manly man.
Yes. Yes, he was.
Manly man on Santa's lap.
It was pretty funny. It's a pretty funny picture. I found it a while back, and I was like, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Because that was when, the beginning.
Right?
When everything is like, oh.
Yeah. That's so cute, so sweet. I love that.
And everybody's like, oh my gosh, I hate you guys.
So cheesy. So cheesy.
He was very cheesy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, though. That's cool. But I do think it's important to let kids believe.
Absolutely.
I think they just need that in their life.
They do.
Especially it's once a year. Of course, if they believe in the Easter Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
That's all cool, too.
Tooth Fairy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's important. It's important to use that imagination and to let them play with that and go with that.
The Great Pumpkin.
Right. Exactly. Yep. Wow. How fun.
Yes. Sorry for shaking the camera.
Hey, you know what's kind of sad with COVID and all is that a lot of Santas aren't making an appearance this year.
No. So sad. It's so sad.
It is. And so a lot of parents are telling their kids that, because of the China flu, Santa can't come.
Right.
Which I don't know if I agree with. I mean, sure, you're getting out of buying presents from Santa.
Well,
but I think you should still.
Oh, you should still have.
Maybe we can't go see him, but we can write a letter.
He can't come visit because he has to protect himself.
Right. But I still
he can definitely bring presents.
Yeah, I still think he can come in under the cover of darkness.
Yes.
And break into your home.
Right.
And, did you hear about that one Santa? That little kid asked for a Nerf gun?
No.
Little kid, they had a table, and the little kids could sit on one side, Santa was on the other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember where this was. And, it wasn't here in Arizona.
Obviously.
I know, right? Yeah. The Santa brings all the guns here.
Yeah.
Right. And the little kid said, what do you know what you want for Christmas? Little boy, he's probably, 5.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I want a Nerf gun. And Santa says, no guns. And he just sits there, and the mom, he says, if your dad wants to give you a gun, that's one thing, but I will not bring guns. And the mom says, it's a Nerf gun. And Santa says, I don't care. I don't bring guns.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, okay, you woke some SOB. Guess what? really? You can
Right.
go preach your stuff someplace else on your own time.
Yes.
It's a Nerf gun.
Right.
And his parents are going to buy it anyway. It's not like this fat man's bringing it.
Right, exactly.
Get over yourself.
Yeah,
And
don't
what-
bring your politicals into this.
Now, what has he done to this kid? Right now, this kid is like, Santa's an ass.
Right. I don't like Santa
I don't
Claus.
like Santa anymore. It's like, try and
my
come in my
gosh.
house, Santa. You're going to meet my new Nerf gun. I thought, how horrible.
That's
How
terrible.
horrible. I know.
Don't bring
and
your
the little
political
boy
stuff into
just
this.
starts crying and crying.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
that's terrible.
You know, Mom was pretty calm and cool. I think I would have lost it.
I would have lost it.
I would have lost it. I
Who,
would,
excuse me, who are you?
Yeah, exactly. It's
Where's
like,
real Santa?
you're not Santa.
I want real Santa.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Well, it's like
Just-
that movie Miracle on 34th Street, you know, the beginning of the movie when she's doing the parade and the Santa's drunk. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, where's, I need a Santa. I need a Santa.
It's an awesome movie.
I love
Awesome
that movie.
Yeah. My guinea pigs have already watched it this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You know what they're watching right now while we're here? What's your favorite
White
movie?
Christmas?
Yeah, they are. I've got 2 hours.
I've already watched that. And I watched Bachelor Mother and Holiday Affair.
Yeah.
And then, of course, a ton of Hallmark movies.
Right. Right on. Well, Elf is always my favorite. You know, Ed Asner's like the greatest Santa.
Ed Asner, I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just a funny guy. He's just perfect.
He is.
He's like kind of warm but kind of gruff.
Right. Right.
Just like I picture Santa. Anyways, that's what's going to bring us to what is hot in Arizona on this chilly, wintry night. Supposedly, I heard, not positive, but Santa was supposed to make an appearance.
Oh.
I don't know if he does it every night. He just
Oh.
kind of wanders around because he can't
Uh-huh.
put kids on his lap. But we are at Glendale Glitters.
Yay.
And that is, of course, in the city of Glendale. And it is on Glendale Avenue
Mm-hmm.
at 59th Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
In that block there, right at the Civic Center. It is absolutely beautiful.
Oh my gosh, that's
They
so
have
amazing.
Christmas music playing. There are vendors out with food, and it's just beautiful.
It really is.
It even smells good out here.
Yeah.
What is that?
I think somebody's probably vaping.
Oh. I think you're right. It smells really yummy.
Bubble gum, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, something like cotton candy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is so much fun. It is totally free. There are so many kids just running around through the trees, and
It's
they've got
really
some
cool.
light sticks, I guess, that these kids have
Uh-huh.
bought. So there's a lot of little sword fights going on. But it is so much fun to get out, walk around, enjoy this beautiful night air. Even though, you know, we talked about getting our vitamin D, getting out and walking is so important, the sunshine and whatnot. It's just as important at night to just get out and walk.
Yes.
So great. You can come here and you can eat downtown and then come here for a walk afterwards.
Yep.
Enjoy the lights. It is great family time.
It is. It is. It's so, and
Great
it's free.
time.
Free,
And-
free,
right,
free.
Right. And the memories, again,
Yeah.
memories that you're making, you can make this a tradition.
Right.
Every year we come to Glendale Glitters. I know in past years it has just been packed here.
Yeah.
But tonight it is really,
It's
really
perfect.
nice.
It is perfect.
I mean,
there's not a
hardly
lot
any,
of people.
But there's still a lot of people.
There's,
but
but you could socially distance.
exactly.
And you don't have to
There's
wear
no,
your mask.
There's no
and, you know,
crowd.
Yeah.
There's no crowd. There's been vendors here in the past where they do the caricature drawings.
Oh.
And my youngest was in Civil Air Patrol in the, what do they call it?
Color guard?
Color Guard.
Uh-huh.
And the whole Color Guard team was here, and so they all got a caricature.
Oh.
There were 4 of them.
Uh-huh.
But what was really cool was that he did 4 different caricatures, but then like highlighted one different one out of each one. So like in the picture that I got, my son's head is a little bit bigger than everybody else's. And then the other kid, his head was in it. It was just
cool.
really cool.
That's pretty
Super
cool.
Yeah, it just made for a great memory.
Yeah.
But again, just to come out here with the family, it's a tradition you can look forward to
Yep.
every
Yep.
year. And it's every night. So if you can't make it on a weekend, that's okay.
Right. We're here
on a weeknight.
On a weeknight, yep.
So it's just as much fun. It is just as beautiful. I mean, some of these trees are amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of shocked that they did the palm tree one. Because I'm sure plenty of people have seen that picture. So I'm a little shocked that they did that here. Yeah. But come on out.
Oh,
again,
so
it is
beautiful.
free. It is so nice that we live here in such a temperate area that we can enjoy this kind of stuff.
Right, exactly.
You know, it's really isn't too cold. I mean, I do have my hat on. It is keeping me warm, but I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah, well, I'm the wuss and I'm wearing 2 sweaters, so, you know.
But it really is a nice night. It really is a nice night.
It is. It's not, yeah.
I will tell you what, though. I want to mosey and go get some dinner.
Let's go get some dinner.
Let's go and, let's go visit some of our local fare.
Exactly.
I hope that everybody has a wonderful week.
Yes.
Don't forget that if you're watching this on YouTube, give us a big old thumbs up, like and subscribe, and share it with your friends, because you never know, they may need to know what to do when their kid comes home from school saying,
right?
Guess what my friend told me?
Exactly.
And then you can follow me, Scarlett, at HeartPrinceAZ on Facebook and Instagram.
And me, Kelly, on Facebook and Instagram at Healthy Heart and Happy Soul.
Have a great week, everybody.
Bye.